Hometown Discoveries Las Vegas is a local weekend morning show featuring the people, events, and companies that make Las Vegas the place to live, shop, work, and play. Thank you for joining us. I'm your host, Dawn Lane. We have so many wonderful discoveries to share with you today. Over the next 30 minutes, you'll meet local author, playwright, and producer Troy Buckner and reveal her secret inspirations behind her book, A Bird in Flight. If you're upside down in your home, like most homeowners in Las Vegas, Realtor Steve Matthews will share with us just how to negotiate the minefield of short sales and ensure your success. Our local mortgage expert, Linda Ward, will reveal how to save on your monthly mortgage payment. You'll even get a behind-the-scenes peek as the first Zappos employee receives his keys to his new home, made possible through the Hope Home Foundation Employer Assisted Housing Benefits Program. We're filming here at Interiors by Designers Studio, so let's get started with owner Joanne Lucia and the student she has selected to conquer a unique design challenge for us over the next coming weeks.
Hi, welcome to Interiors by Designers Studio. Melissa, Amy, so glad that you're here. I wanted to give you a little bit of background of what we're all about here. We've been open about 2.5 months, and we're trying to pull together what I'm going to consider out-of-the-box things that you will not see necessarily in any other location. We hope not even in Las Vegas, but possibly in Nevada. We're very proud of the showroom and very proud to have both of you with us. I wanted to get a little bit to know you and tell me a little bit about your school. You are, I believe, a senior, or have finished. You've completed your course.
Yes,
Okay.
we just graduated.
Can you tell me a little bit about the school, please?
I went to International Academy of Design and Technology. It's in Henderson. The program is a fast-paced program. It's shortened 3 years for a bachelor's. I think the best part of the school was the teachers. We had a lot of dedication from them, and then they helped you out a lot if you needed any kind of assistance in pretty much any area, I would say. So that was a great part of the school. The program covered pretty much everything as far as like our software, AutoCAD, space planning, rendering, the whole spectrum that's involved with interior design. So I think I got a lot out of there, out of going to that school. And we have our portfolios too to show some of that stuff.
I was noticing that. I wonder if there's anything in particular that stands out from yours that you'd like to talk about?
I would say for me it would be rendering. That's kind of my strong suit. I love to render because my background is actually in fine art. I paint and draw and all of that, so rendering is obviously something I really like to do.
Well, we're awfully glad that you're going to be here for our design challenge. I would like you to peruse the showroom, take a look at something that perhaps stands out, and then we will see what you do with it. It's going to be fun. That's the main thing, that we have some fun.
Great,
thanks.
I love it.
So Amy, tell me a little bit about your schooling and what particularly interested you from your curriculum.
Well, I also went to the International Academy of Design with Melissa. We just graduated. I've always been drawn to design. I like the way spaces look. I've always liked to go in and kind of make a room look different just by changing out furniture. That's more what I'm drawn to, furniture design. So my favorite classes were anything where I got to design my own piece, or I got to do a dental facility where we got to design the whole building, and mine turned out to look like a robot, the whole building itself. So that was a lot of fun because I just like spaces, I like shapes.
Now you know we're going to have a design challenge with you guys, and we're really excited about this because basically what we're going to do is we're going to give you pretty much free reign of the showroom to look around, see what particularly interests you, that you can put into a canvas that I have started. Okay. With that, then we'll see how you both handle it. It's going to be fun, guaranteed. If you'd like to have a little fun browsing the showroom, just stop by so we can help you create the right look for your home.
I'm here with Debbie Donaldson today, and I have to say I'm so excited to finally get to talk with our producer. She is the vision and the brainchild behind Hometown Discoveries. Welcome to the show, Debbie.
Thank you, Dawn. I am really excited about this program and so grateful that you're here and being our host. This is just such an exciting time in Las Vegas, and I know there are a lot of things happening with the real estate market and with jobs, and you know, things are pretty serious with people and making ends meet, and the changing economy and the elections coming up. People don't know what to think.
Oh my gosh, that's way too serious. Yeah. Let's have some fun, right?
Okay, and that's what the program is about. It's about introducing everyone to the great companies and the people that live here, work here, are our neighbors. And yeah, let's have some fun.
So tell me, how did you come to think about producing a show like this?
You know, when I first moved here, I moved here in July of 2000, and it's so funny because my husband always wanted to live in Las Vegas, and I decided to come. You know, we said we would come, and I thought I'll convince him to move on to California. I really thought that was the place I wanted to be.
So this was a stopping point towards going to California.
Well, I thought it would be, and I fell in love with Las Vegas. And I used to watch this little show on Saturday and Sunday mornings called The House Detective.
Oh, The House Detective, that's a great show.
And
yes.
And I got to know the producer of that show, and you know, he shared some of his insights, and it just seemed like there are no, you know, I started watching Saturday and Sunday morning television again recently, and there was really nothing like that kind of shows you what's going on in Las Vegas, and and it really introduces you to the people that live here. You know,
not there's flavor.
Yes,
it gives you the real culture and flavor of the locals. There's enough shows about the Strip and what's going on,
and that's our bread and butter as a city, and it's very lively, and you know, I totally respect that, but it's not exactly what, you know, makes me tune in as a resident and knowing what's happening in town and who's doing what and where to find things, and so I really wanted to bring that to Saturday and Sunday morning television.
Well, I can't wait to start highlighting some of these local businesses, and if there is anyone listening that would like to perhaps participate in our show, or they have some kind of a unique business or anything really that's local Las Vegas, how would they get in touch with you?
I think they should just go right on the website, hometowndiscoveries.com, and send us a message. There's a contact us form right on there, and we'll get back to them right away.
There's so many things for the viewers to get involved in as well.
Oh, there are. It's going to be so fun over the weeks. I'm just looking forward to filming with you every week, Dawn.
I'm so excited to be here. This is just a great home for me to be as well, and I appreciate the opportunity to be here. So thanks for being with us, Debbie, and letting us inside your hometown discovery.
Thank you. Stay tuned for local author Troy Buckner's inspirational journey.
There were so many times when I just felt that I was all alone because it appeared that everyone around me had just walked away.
Coming up next, Linda Ward, president of Red Rock Mortgage, with some great ideas for reducing your monthly mortgage payment. And Steve Matthews, our local real estate expert, with insight about what's happening to our property values.
We're hearing so much about the HARP 2.0, Linda. Can you tell us just a little bit more about the program?
Yes, thank you, Dawn. I'm thrilled to be here to talk all about the HARP 2.0 program. HARP 2.0 is the Home Affordable Refinance Program. It's a government program, and your loan has to be with Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac. The loan has to have been made prior to April of 2009, and you have to be underwater.
You were talking about a little bit of a story of a family that you just helped. Would you mind sharing that with us and our viewers?
Well, Dawn, I might tear up.
That's okay. We have lots of Kleenex.
Okay. I recently had a client call me. They had received my name from another friend, and their daughter is going off to college. They didn't want her to have student loans. I was able to help them with a refinance, a HARP refinance, and I'm saving them over $700 a month.
How much again?
Over $700 a month.
Wow.
Yes.
That's quite a savings.
That's a part-time job. That's a full-time job for somebody.
And that's what we're here to do at the show too, is to help people find and discover little treasures hidden in what they already have. And I think you're a treasure here in Las Vegas, and we're very happy to have you here on Hometown Discoveries.
Oh, thank you so much,
Thanks
Dawn.
for coming. Will you come back, Linda?
I sure will.
I'm so excited. We're here with Steve Matthews, realtor from Prudential Americana. I'm so glad to have Steve here today because a lot of people don't realize what's going on in the market. They hear so many different contradicting things about what's going on. So we're seeing that home prices are rising. Can you tell us a little bit about that, Steve?
Well, basically what's happening is we're seeing a slight increase in the property values, and that's been largely brought on just because of the fact that the inventory has shrunk. It's that old story of supply and demand, largely brought on by AB 284.
Now, I hear so much about that. What exactly is AB 284 for just, the person that's sitting at home wondering, what is that?
Basically what happened is in June of 2011, there was a bill passed, Assembly Bill 284, which basically requires the lenders to verify their chain of ownership of the loan that they have. When you took out a loan on your home, you made your payment to one company. Well, they sold that to somebody who sold it to somebody who sold it to somebody else, right?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, they were taking all of those loans and they were bundling them up. And when they bundled and passed them on, they didn't necessarily file the proper paperwork. And so being able to verify that proper chain of title, as it were, chain of ownership of those loans, kind of got diminished. That's where we got into robo-signing, where they locked people in rooms and had them sign paperwork all day long because they were signing papers that had been neglected to be signed.
So what you're saying is there's really no paper trail. Once they bundled those up and sent them off, there was no paper trail anymore, so the banks could probably foreclose a lot quicker than they're able to now without AB 284.
Exactly. So
Right.
October 1st of 2011, AB 284 went into effect. Prior to that, we were seeing anywhere from 3,000 to 5,700 foreclosures a month. That and filings a month for notices of default. That dropped precipitously. In October, there were 44 notices of default for the entire month.
So that sort of takes the home, the seller that needs to sell into a short sale position at this point. Can you tell us what a short sale, what does that exactly mean?
In this market where the property values have declined, they've declined well below the value or the amount of the loan. So somebody may have purchased the property for $300,000. They owe $290,000 because they leveraged in very high, and the property now is worth $140,000, $150,000. So they're upside down $150,000 or thereabouts.
And so you do this for clients or for people in the city. You can help people to understand this process, right? Because you're a realtor.
That's exactly what I do. And in fact, in this market, you have to be skilled at negotiating short sales or you're just not going to survive.
Well, I think with people like you on our side, I think that we will achieve those goals. And I thank you for being on the show today.
Thank you very much.
Have a good day.
Meet our health expert, local pharmacist Jamie Donaldson, who will discuss a sensitive topic, prescription drug addiction.
Welcome to our Ask the Pharmacist segment. We're here today with Jamie Donaldson. Jamie, welcome to Hometown Discoveries.
Well, thank you so much, Dawn, for having me on the show. I'm really excited about this.
Great. I think there's a lot of information to tell people, but before we get started, why don't you tell us a little bit about your career and how you got started?
Well, Dawn, I graduated from the University of Missouri. That's where I received my pharmacy degree. After graduation, I opened up a drugstore, and I owned and operated that drugstore for 20 years in a little town of St. Joseph, Missouri. After the 20 years, I sold the store. I moved to Kansas City. I worked for various chain pharmacies. And in 2000, I moved here to Las Vegas, and I've been a pharmacy manager for a pharmacy chain here. A couple years ago, I retired, and now I volunteer a couple days a week at a pharmacy clinic at the Volunteers in Medicine of Southern Nevada.
Why don't we talk a little bit today about something that's probably very sensitive to a lot of people, and it's a difficult conversation to have, but let's talk a little bit about prescription drug addiction.
Prescription drug addiction, Don, has become a growing health issue, not only here in Las Vegas, but throughout the country. And there are several signs or stages that you go through when you become addicted to a prescription drug pain medication.
Is this mostly seen in seniors, or is it go across the board in all ages?
It doesn't discriminate. It's male, female, any age. What happens when you start taking prescription drug medications is it creates an artificial, let's say an artificial high. And it's this feeling of well-being, even to the extent that you become more social. You want to go out, you want to meet people. You even tend to forget about all your problems and issues that you might have with your life. But the addiction comes in because we're going to call this an artificial high, this feeling of well-being.
Right.
Let's say your well-being is here at this level. Okay, the doctor prescribes you a medication that puts it here. It's the same. Well, then all of a sudden, this feeling of well-being goes up, the level goes up, but you're down here. So you say, well, something's not right, I don't feel right. So I'm going to take a couple more pills. Then after a week or two, now again, this depends on the patient, the level goes back up. You say, oh my, I don't feel right again. I'll take 2 or 3 more pills. Your addiction levels.
So you're chasing that artificial high.
Artificial high. And you know, it's kind of like the rock and roll song, I'm on that highway to hell. And Don, you are going down that highway when you're in that stage of addiction.
Well, we thank you so much for being here and talking to us about a very sensitive subject and getting
Don,
people the help they need.
Well, Don, I'm very happy to be here. I want to wish you and everyone a lifetime of health. And please remember, your health is priceless.
Next week on Ask the Pharmacist, we'll talk about generic drugs and why you may be allergic to them and not even know it. We met recently with Zappos employee Matt Thomas. He is the first to receive keys to his new home made possible through the Hope Home Foundation Employer Assisted Housing Program. So we went over to Zappos to give Matt the keys. Let's meet Matt. I'm Dawn Lane from the Hope Home Foundation, and we put together employer-assisted housing programs across the nation and with employers who really want to help their employees stay on board and have a better quality of life, and Zappos is one of those employers. So Matt, you just got the keys to your new home. What does it feel like to be a homeowner?
It is an awesome feeling. Totally been a dream my whole life to be a homeowner. Didn't really think I'd get there like this quick. I mean, you guys have made it super, super easy for me. I went from 2 months ago just renting an apartment to being a homeowner today. Really, really fast. Awesome to deal with. You guys, like, I email you at all hours of the day and call you at all hours of the day, which you know, and you're right there for me. A lot of support, ton of support.
What kind of assistance did you get other than support and it being easy and everybody being there to cheer you on? What other assistance did you get? This is really exciting.
Well, I received a $15,000 neighborhood uplift grant.
How much?
$15,000 forgivable grant, which is the stipulation. I stay there for 5 years, which I plan on being at Zappos forever. So that's like really nothing. I was able to put that towards my down payment, which was my big thing. I didn't think I'd be able to afford a down payment on a house. And I was able to put that there, and everything just kind of came together after that. So I'm in like a super good financial situation. I'm going to pay less of my mortgage than I do for rent now. So
We're really excited too. So maybe we should get you a welcome mat.
okay. Haven't heard that one before. No, I'm kidding. That's pretty funny. That's really good.
I'm just teasing. Well, thank you so much for being here today, and we really appreciate it. Again, enjoy your home, and we hope we get invited to the homecoming or the housewarming.
For sure.
Yes.
And I should be thanking you, and you're thanking me, which is like blows my mind. So thank you. Thank you to everybody. Please help me out.
Now let's have a little fun with Michelle and her friend as they show us new ways to stay young and beautiful.
Hi, I'm Michelle, and I'm here today with Jana to show you some great new skin products. Today we're going to be talking about the Galvanic Spa. The Galvanic machine has actually been around for 50 years. It's a device that naturally uses currents within your body to deliver products deeper into your skin. So Nu Skin has taken this galvanic current that is normally used in a professional setting like a spa or salon with a licensed esthetician and put it into a safe machine that you can use here in the home yourself. It automatically adjusts its current to your own skin type. So it is safe and effective for you. So first we're going to start by washing the face. We're also going to be introducing you some great Nu Skin facial wash, day moisturizer, night moisturizer, and serum products for your skin. So you just rub it into your face as you would any face wash and rinse it off. Next, we are going to apply our pre-treatment gel. Each box of gels comes with 4 sets of treatment gels. One is a pre-treat and the second is a treatment gel. So first we're going to start with the pre-treat gel. Now you don't want to rub this into your skin, you just simply want to pat it on like you're frosting a cake. Once we have applied the treatment gel, we're just going to simply tap the button on the back of the spa, put it on a level 1 since it's the first step, and it automatically sets to 2 minutes. Then we're just going to place it on the face, and the beep automatically adjusts itself to your own body current. We're just simply going to go up and down the face. This is just a simple 2-minute process, and then we'll move on to treating the skin with the treatment gel. Alright, so our next step is the treatment gel by Nu Skin, which actually has an ingredient called Age Lock. Now, no other product on the market has this patented technology. And again, we're going to just apply it to the face like you're frosting a cake. Not rubbing it in, but just patting it on. Okay, so after we've applied the treatment gel, we're going to push the Galvanic Spa button till it hits level 2. Now you just touch it to your skin and it automatically again sets itself to your galvanic currency. We're just moving up and down the skin, applying very little pressure to the face. And again, the galvanic current will help deliver these Age Lock products deep into the dermis of your skin. Okay, so this second step is 3 minutes long. The first step of the pre-treatment gel was 2 minutes long. So altogether, you're getting a spa treatment with the benefits of the Age Lock technology in 5 minutes in the comfort of your own home. To purchase these products or obtain more information, please go to the website www.andrusglobal.nscdreams.com.
Troy Buckner, author of A Bird in Flight, tells us about the inspiration for her book.
Today we found Troy Buckner, who has written A Bird in Flight. It's a very inspirational book, and we're so delighted to have Troy here with us today. Hi, Troy.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. It's so good to have you here and to hear about your inspirational book. But before we start talking about your book, tell me a little bit about yourself, your background. Where are you from?
I'm from Louisiana. I was actually born and raised in Louisiana, and I went on to college in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Southern University. I graduated with a Bachelor's of Science degree and a minor in business law.
Business law?
Yes.
That's fascinating. Wow.
Yeah.
And so what brought you to Las Vegas?
I came to I went to Los Angeles first. After I graduated from Southern, I knew I couldn't pretty much find a job that would support my degree in Louisiana. So I actually I migrated to California, and there I worked for about 20 years and decided to go into my own entrepreneurship type business. I actually ran 3 daycare centers.
Wow.
And decided I wanted to go back to writing again. So therefore, I was on pursuit of trying to find a job, and the market was kind of low at the time. So I decided to start pursuing other areas around California. I didn't want to be too far from my 4 wonderful sons. I'm a single mother with 4 wonderful sons. So I ended up in Vegas. NV Energy recruited me here, and it's been wonderful.
So you have a very full and rich life.
Yes.
And so what inspired you to write this book?
Well, you know, my inspiration came, I'll say it came 5 years after a period of brokenness I'd gone through. I actually had taken a job to give back to a part of myself to my community, and lo and behold, I found myself in a setup. So I went through 5 years of the most inconceivable journey of my life. And after the 5-year journey was over with, I was actually charged with an embezzlement charge, facing prison time for something I didn't do.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, so after that all, came about and it was over and done with, I didn't know what else to do with the 5 years I'd gone through. And I thought about it, and I tell you what mostly inspired me the most was when I was going through this 5 years, is seeing people like myself who at some point in their lives were held to such high esteems and had such values in their career, to see these same people on Skid Row, doctors and lawyers who just couldn't find their way out of it. But I was the fortunate one. I made my way out of it.
And so you've lifted yourself up on wings, so to speak, and now you're flying.
Yes.
And you're doing really well with the book. And was that your vision when, I imagine if you were going through this period of brokenness through 5 years and being accused of something you didn't do, you must have just stopped and said, why is this happening to me?
Oh, many times, there were so many times when I just felt that I was all alone, because it appeared that everyone around me had just walked away because they couldn't believe that I could be set up for such, a charge, and I didn't have anything to do with it. So I found then that, the people who normally call themselves your friends, they really aren't when it comes down to it. And if you have to find yourself walking alone, you have to know that you can get through that moment. So what I decided to do is I picked myself up and realized that I had 4 kids I had to live for. It wasn't about Troy. I kept saying, why me? What have I done to deserve this? I mean, I'm a Southern girl. I came into this organization to really give back something. So why me? But it wasn't about me. It was so many means that are going through what I went through, but to see that I could be victorious through it.
So I just want to thank you again, Troy. It was truly wonderful to have you here, and we look forward to hearing more from you. And if you are interested, Troy has left an autographed copy of her book, A Bird in Flight, and we will be giving that away in a drawing if you go to Hometown Discoveries and register. And Troy has also graciously given us 4 tickets to her show, Sensations at Cashman Field.
Thank you for joining us. We have so much more to share with you. Tomorrow you'll hear what local home builders are doing about the growing demand for new homes in Las Vegas. The best part of our Hometown Discoveries is sharing them with you. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you Sunday at 9 a.m.